Thank you so much for joining us at the Literacy Laboratory, where we offer literacy improvement tools in 5 minutes. Today, we're going to talk about the copper paragraph and the expectations that come with implementing a copper paragraph. Let's talk about the setup for a copper paragraph assignment. Prep time for this assignment will be 5 to 15 minutes. Instructional time can be anywhere from 20 minutes to a full class. Resources that are needed, you need a prompt, whether it be open or close-ended. We will go over this in just a few minutes of what those mean. You need a text. Students need some sort of writing implement, and additionally, you can provide them with a copper paragraph model that you can find on the Literacy Laboratory website. So let's get started with understanding that the copper paragraph is meant to answer a specific question or prompt with evidence that the student will explain to back up their stance on the topic. Let's talk about the types of prompts you can use. The first prompt that you have an option for is an open-ended prompt. Basically, an open-ended prompt is one that the student has to decide what to talk about. So for example, explain if Copper Canyon is the best school in TUHSD. To answer this question, the student must decide first if Copper Canyon is the best. Essentially, they're making the decision for themselves. An open-ended prompt allows for more in-depth thinking when you're deciding what type of prompt you want to use. Close-ended prompt is one that students are told what they are trying to prove. So for example, explain why Copper Canyon is the best school in TUHSD. In this case, the student is required to support that Copper Canyon is the best school. They do not have the option to choose. Most of your AZ Merit and AZ M2 writing prompts are closed prompts. So moving forward, let's talk about topic sentences. The topic sentence is the first sentence of the copper paragraph, and more importantly, it is the answer to the prompt. The specific answer to the prompt. This answer should function as a standalone statement. And to model topic sentences, write a statement on the board and ask students to explain what they're talking about. If the answer is I don't know, then the topic sentence is ineffective. So for example, it is the best because people are nice. Because the sentence started with it, if I have no context for what we're talking about, you literally have no idea what this statement is saying. What is the best? So, Copper Canyon is the best school because people are nice. This is more clear. This is where we want to get our topic sentences to be. Notice that the sentences do not need to be complicated. They just need to be clear. So evidence is the bulk of the body of the paragraph. So the evidence is the key component to copper paragraph because it's the support for the student's stance. Evidence should come from the text that the students are referencing. It should be introduced as to who is stating it and where the information is coming from, and it must be explained. When asking students to find evidence, you are not asking them to find perfect examples. You are asking them to find something that they feel supports their claim. The backbone of the paragraphs comes from their stance and their means and matters. Evidence collection should not take an entire class period. It should ideally take no longer than 10 to 20 minutes. When having students write a copy paragraph, have them search for all their evidence at once. As they write the evidence down, they begin with an introductory element about who is speaking. In these examples, you will see that in each case, who said it is listed first. We don't want the quote to start before who said it. Once students have their evidence, they need to explain how the evidence supports their stance. We do this by explaining the mean and the matter. The mean is a translation of what the student thinks the quote is saying, and the matter is explaining how the quote is important to the stance the student took to begin. So let's go back to our evidence. In particular, we're going to look at Mr. Williams's quote. People that are kind spend less time in the discipline office. Our mean directly reflects what is said in the quote, and our matter discusses why this is important. Conclusion sentences are literally rewordings of the topic sentence, but they are most often forgotten. To avoid the missing sentence, have students rewrite their topic sentence when they first begin their paragraph at the bottom of their page. This ensures that the conclusion sentence is present and connected to the original topic. In closing, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this week's Lit Lab video. If you have any questions or would like to suggest a topic for next week, please feel free to email me at chelsea.spicer@tuhsd.org.